Hiya, friends. Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Well, I'll tell you what, today is October 1st, so actually celebrating uh, the 1st of October, which is a great thing. I just checked some of the statistics about the devastation and total rainfall and stuff like that they got out in western North Carolina. And it appears that Hendersonville uh, got 2 feet of rain. That's 24 plus inches of rain. And they're just, um, it's just absolutely amazing that those folks could actually live through such a devastation thing like that. Now, not all of them did. From what I understand, there's over 120 people that have perished as a result of this. Yeah, I think that encompasses Florida to North Carolina, Tennessee, the whole Georgia, the whole area. But 120 people losing their lives, this is something. So how do you prepare for something like that? Well, you prepare for that like you prepare for anything else. You've got to make sure that you are as stocked up as you can be um, with your food, with your potable drinking water, with enough stuff to cook your food on, whether it's butane or charcoal or you name it, you're going to need it. And you've got to have a plan when it all goes south. And that's what I think was missing in Western North Carolina and Tennessee, is that it happened so quickly, it happened so fast, that folks that even did have a bug out plan really couldn't even get that taken care of. And so they ended up holding on to their fort and dealing with it that way. And many of them lost their lives. But the clips that I've seen of the devastation in Western North Carolina is absolutely heart-wrenching. And my heart goes out to all those folks out there that are trying to deal with this whole thing. It's really, really something. I got to give a tip of the hat to Pinball Preparedness for all the work that he's been doing, the money that he's raised, the army of volunteers that he's put together to get the relief supplies out to his community. Patera has done the same thing from Appalachian Homestead. And I got to give them credit. They have done a terrific, terrific job. We are donating to the local causes around here that support those regional efforts. Our church is very active in that kind of stuff. So that's where our money's going. I am not going to be giving any to the Red Cross. So Fox News, you can forget that. But our local charities around here, our local church community, they're going to get some extra funding from us to make sure that they can fulfill the mission that they have promised to do. I've got a few more things that I wanted to talk about, and we'll do that right away. This tree here, you see, got hit by lightning about 5 years ago, and it's been standing there. I've watched it every day we walk the dog, and I've watched the bark fall off of it, all the branches way up above fall down, and just in this last bit of rain that we had that was associated with Hurricane Helene, the thing finally decided to give up the ghost, and the base of it cracked right over here, and it is found its way into uh, getting hung up way up at the top. And it does look like right up in about halfway up that the tree is cracked all the way through. So this is a very dangerous place to be standing right now. And I suspect that a first good gust of wind that's going to come along is going to uproot this thing, and it's going to come crashing down and making a big mess out here. But that's what's going on in my little neck of the woods. Those statistics I was mentioning, I checked with the National Weather Service this morning to see how much rainfall we got here in Wake County. And according to their data, and I'm just going to round up and round down here, we got in the month of September, we got 13 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain. Our normal rainfall is about 5 inches. So we are 8 inches over normal for this particular area here. And I can tell just by walking through my backyard and into the woods here that we have some really, really soggy ground to deal with. And it's going to be a mess for a long time. I'm not going to be able to mow my lawn, and the mosquitoes are just loving the dickens out of it. So that's kind of an update from here. I've got some more stuff I want to cover, so stick around. Nothing that this current administration does is by accident or as a reflection of incompetence. Everything that they do is absolutely deliberate. And let me explain just a couple of things. As you may have already heard on a number of prepper channels, that the longshoremen went on strike this morning. And I think there's 85,000 of them, and that's going to affect all our shipping ports on the Atlantic coast and around into the Gulf of Mexico. Awful lot of goods flow through those ports, and nothing's going to get unloaded until they settle the strike. But have you heard anything from the Biden-Harris administration that says, hey, we're going to, no, in fact, they absolutely said, we're not going to get involved. But the Labor Secretary, Transportation Secretary, Commerce Secretary, I haven't heard a word, have you? Well, we're going to be dealing with the effects of this longshoreman strike for weeks to come, I suspect. I can't imagine how far apart these folks are. The union wants $5 an hour increase on top of the 30 or 35 or $40 an hour that they're making right now. They want a $5 increase per year for the next 5 years. And the employers, the ports on that side said, we'll give you $2.50. So they're pretty far apart on the deal right now. There isn't any negotiations scheduled as far as I know, and we're all going to be ending up paying the price. So goods and services that you normally get from overseas are going to be horribly delayed, and we'll be able to feel the effects of this in just a few short days right now. But my point is, have you heard what they're going to do? What the Biden-Harris administration's going to do here? They said, we're not going to intervene. Now, just talking about the flood situations in western North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, all those places that have been absolutely inundated and devastated. Do you see anybody from the Biden-Harris administration out there making sure that everything is going according to plan? No, it's been pretty darn quiet. I think FEMA did make an appearance out there, and they flew in some supplies and all that. But as far as I know, Asheville is totally isolated from the rest of the world right now, and nobody can get in and nobody can get out. And what is the plan from the Biden-Harris administration? I haven't heard that they've actually put one forward. And one final thought. Today is October 1st, and this evening on CBS at 9 o'clock, we're going to have the vice presidential debate between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. While it may not be the biggest thing that's happening in this campaign, but I think it's going to be rather revealing. Tim Walz and J.D. Vance are couldn't be any more polar opposites of each other. One's very conservative, the other's very, very liberal, left-leaning, leaning much more towards the Chinese Communist Party than he is dealing with anything here. They call him Tampon Tim. It's going to be very interesting to see how this debate comes off. J.D. Vance is a Yale Law graduate, practiced law for a while, served honorably in the military. Tim Walz has been accused of stolen valor because he's made stuff up about him being a command sergeant major, and that's how he retired and all that. Well, I guess we'll see what's going on. I expect to hear the same old lies about Project 2025, about the very fine people on both sides, all that kind of stuff. We'll see if that comes from the Walz side of the aisle there. But it should be a very interesting debate. Hope you can tune in. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see y'all on the next video.